Two families in Beloit have to find temporary housing after a massive duplex fire Tuesday. Crews responded just before 2 p.m. to a residence in the area of Bluff Street and Sherlin Avenue for reports of large flames and heavy black smoke. Both families and a pet dog were able to escape before firefighters arrived, and flames reached the second floor. No injuries were reported, but one first responder was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Authorities say damages are significant but have not provided a monetary estimation, as the incident is still under investigation.